Hello guys, welcome back to Salthemor. Today, I'm joined by Salth.
Yes, and disregard my previous saying that we are gonna take turns reading. He's gonna read all the time because I messed up sometimes. So yeah, but
Yeah, I
take
just
care about
scolded
it.
him. I'm a fucking asshole. So today we are reading ChronoClock once again.
Yes.
And last time we learned who Mew was.
Yes.
And we
on
decided we
Tito.
want to help people using a chronos clock.
Yes.
So with that said, let's get going.
Ooh.
Every so often, let me just. So the first chapter was called Chronos Clock. The second chapter is called The True Selves.
Okay.
I just need to get that. Every so often, the day for me would begin with a soft, slightly cool sensation accomplished by pleasant aroma. It would usually happen about once a week, and on days when it would happen, it would end up waking up before the alarm on my phone sounded. This again. My brain felt like pudding as I roused from my slumber, but it was still immediately apparent to me that today was one of those days. Prepare myself for the inevitable, and then I opened my eyes.
Yeah, it's morning. Oh. Okay. So here we go. Oni-chan.
The zoom in. This is Ray's little sister.
Little sister.
Hmm?
She's
She's
pretty
one
well
year.
developed
She's
for-
1 year younger than him.
Oh.
So she's actually in Mio's class. So
Oh. Okay.
before me lay a girl who had more traditional air of beauty to her than many other I knew. Her cleavage was slightly exposed, and she had evidently been watching me sleep. Any man who wakes up with a beauty girl in his bed is no doubt blessed in life. Or rather, he would be if this girl weren't actually his sister.
Incest is incest, just say.
Good morning, Michiru.
Good morning, dearest brother. Oh, she speaks like all this polite and old-fashioned way.
Yeah, last time I talked about Ray's little sister having a trait. You're soon gonna
Yeah.
learn what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's no big deal. It's already morning now.
Are you lying to me out of concern?
The bright sunlight streaming in through the windows had already given up the impression that it would be another hot day. But there was no way for a little sister to know that. Michiru's eyes was blank and empty because she happens to be blind.
She's blind?
She's blind.
Wow.
That's actually a really funny trait that's not used a lot, huh?
Yeah. Shit, especially not in like for the Imoto character, the sister character.
Yeah, but I really find I really liked it when I found out. It was really funny, I thought.
Yeah.
She's blind. Don't worry. Not to say that it's cool to be blind. It was just like I thought it was a funny thing.
Yeah.
It's not like I really know that blindness is a really bad thing. So
Yes.
don't worry, it really is morning. I smile at her as I take the time on my phone. I'm gonna get up like in 10 minutes. She's a really refined girl.
Yeah.
Other than to her brother, she's a lustful fucking thing then.
Okay.
Wow, you're pretty poetic at this hour of the morning.
By the kisses as well.
You know, Michiru, you're not a kid anymore. You're getting a little old to be crawling into my bed with me. Plus, you shouldn't be asking things like that of your siblings either. By the way, she has a root. You can choose Michiru.
Yeah.
So there's an all in this game. There's 6 routes.
Yeah.
4 main routes. A go back route, and then there is what is called the true ending. I thought it was a perfect reasonable request.
Well, you're technically not grown up, but you're still a teenager, so.
The self-proclaimed child certainly wasn't one of my one any longer, especially considering her physical maturation.
Yeah.
But when she didn't get her way, she could certainly still pout like a one. In spite of her reserved outward appearance, I think my younger sister is her absolute cutest when she gets like this.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, there was something I wanted to ask you. If you had just one chance to turn back time and relive your life from any point in time past, how far back would you turn the hands of time? Nope, just a survey. You're the first person to give me a direct answer like that.
Thank you. As your twin.
Oh, we're going from incest to twincest.
But it's still Wincest.
I don't mean relive your life that way. Would you want to go back and do something to avoid getting that sickness which made you blind or something like that? She was born with vision, got a sickness and lost it.
Oh. She was born with blindness.
She wasn't born with it.
Oh.
She could see, and then she got sickness that turned her eyes go.
Oh, fuck.
If you're used to it by now, you can't deny that it's inconvenient. That is really poetic.
Yeah, poetic, yeah.
Then Michi reached out for my face.
Please allow me to inspect you.
Well,
yeah.
I closed my eyes and let her touch my face. Michi's supple fingers steadily traced over the outlines of my cheek and my forehead, my eyebrows, my eyes, and my lips in orderly fashion. Give her blindness this as close a thing to sight of which she is capable. Her fingers moved from my face down to my neck, pausing briefly at the jugular, and then continued down to my shoulders, my arms, and eventually my fingers. As for below my waist, well, I had already scorned her for trying to add to that in the past. Once she had finished, her fingers reluctantly moved away so over my eyes. Michiru is able to diagnose me better than any doctor like this. Her fingers can read me like Braille, and she can even pick up on smaller details such as the texture of my skin and my body temperature.
Yeah, that's a funny thing because usually people who lose their sight or something like that, they usually sharpen their other senses. So it's pretty...
Yeah, like... It's the hearing and the feels they use, and also the smell. Because when the eyesight lose, your body kind of adapts to a new way of living.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
That's coming from primal instinct from back when.
Yes. And I gotta say that's pretty cool considering how the human is.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Do you know where Braille is? Just to ask.
No.
Braille is like the blind reading. You know how to trace over the wood and symbols to know how to read.
Yeah.
In any case, do you really enjoy listening to me sleep that much? It's unparalleled bliss. I dream of being united with you in care and bliss one day, but alas, I have only your intoxicating fragrance and the warmth of your body from these fleeting moments of experience to comfort myself each night.
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Yep.
Alright, time to get up. What are you on about? Yeesh! I might still be a virgin, but I've spent a lot of time practicing in my room. There's no way I would finish in just 5 minutes, right?
What the fuck is that conversation?
Well, welcome to Michiri, okay?
Like, oh wow.
Oh, just wait for her route. Well, just saying this. Michiru actually mature more in her route. So, in all other routes, she's like this. In her own route, she mature.
Okay, that's good.
I felt like I was never going to get up at this rate, so I took Michiru by the hand and pulled her out of bed with me. Go on, go back to your room and get dressed. How
frigid you are.
With a reluctant sigh, she did as I said and left my room. I'm the one who ought to be sighing here. That Mew girl from yesterday was straightforwardly adorable, but my sister walked a very fine line between adorable and alarming. I wonder how on earth she became someone who can teeth and crossing that kind of dangerous line as if it were nothing, though I actually already know why. At a young age, she was struck with a severe fever that left her bereaved of her sight, and were nearly her life as well. I did everything in my power to care for her back then. Even after she recovered, I continued to spend a great deal of time with her, helping her just to life without sight. And look where that's gotten me.
Yeah, that's gotten me, yep.
You may think it'd be a heartwarming story, but the serve it that Michiru is actually falling in love with me as a result just makes it all feels like a bad joke at my expense.
That's what you get for being good.
Yeah, don't be nice to people, guys.
Yeah.
Just be an asshole like me. Well, whatever, I should get dressed too. I stepped out of my cheap pajamas and put on my school uniform. The summer uniform felt soft and comfortable. I then checked to make sure I had my phone wallet and the pocket watch with me. Look, it's a PlayStation! With an Xbox controller, apparently.
It's you can't say PS4 because it's not a PlayStation. It's a PZ4. That's what I've seen in one anime. It's like PZ instead of PS.
Yeah. I had a vision of the one they used the Fun Station.
Fun station. that can be taken wrong if you
Yeah, right.
wanna go and play on my Fun Station.
Welcome to the Bone Zone. I glanced around the room, making sure I wasn't forgetting anything. In order to experience the taste of my ordinary life, I lived on my own inseparable part of my family's day. Naturally, room and borders are on them, but I'm voluntarily cleaning up after myself and any other issue of maintenance are all of my own responsibilities. By the way, what you're gonna know 3 out of the 4 main routes, right?
Okay, yeah.
In the prologue, like the Mew thing here, and one of them will only appear after that.
Okay.
In other words, don't houses usually have an AC nowadays? Every summer and winter gave me cause to complain about the weather, and today was no different. I find summer more annoying than winter because, like, summer, when you lie under like your blanket and stuff, it gets so fucking like it's a lot. It's like sauna. But in the winter, it feels like bliss to get under the fucking cover.
And like the thing is that if you're freezing, you can just take on more clothes and stuff like that. If you're hot, you can't really take off more than your clothes. So.
No, just take off your skin.
Oh.
Yeah, we went there. Traditional style homes are still sufficient cool in the mornings and evenings. Crow appeared out of nowhere. Yo, good morning.
Good morning is not. Oh.
I wish you'd give me a normal greeting in the morning for once. Just all. For someone putting on airs like they're my guardian angel, you certainly didn't help me out there. You could have woken me up when Michiru came in or something.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry. All I could do was apologize meekly. Feeling a little guilty, I slipped on my sandals and went out into the garden. This house really is massive. It's not as though I get along poorly with my family, but my parents are always working and I hardly ever see them at home because the estate is so big. The only one who really feels like family is Michiru. Michiru was raised as a Tabatari, successor as well, but her experience was in tandem with her side. While my family haven't mistreated her since then, they haven't exactly treated her with much priority either.
That's mean.
Undoubtedly, the idea that I was her lone unconditional ally paired with the generosity I shown towards her were why she'd become totally dependent on me by now. She really is an adorable little sister though.
To bear the burdens of others.
Crow fell along beside me. Are you worried about me?
I am.
It'll be fine. My life is too easy as is, so it won't hurt me to try helping someone else out.
Oh.
Man, I wish there was a girl out there who would tie me. Oh my god, stop it!
Okay.
Poppycock.
Thank you, family.
My stomach is so empty, I feel like I could float in there like you. Crow waved her hands at perfectly, but I ignored her and started walking towards the main building.
Okay, outside the house.
1 hour later, as I waited outside the house after finished breakfast, Michiru appeared wearing her uniform carrying her parasol. And you can actually see it.
Yeah.
Michiru held out her hand elegantly, and as if she was inviting me to a dance. Owing to her blindness, we always hold hands when walking to school together. Though it's not like my sister isn't able to get around on her own since she uses her parasol like a cane. This is a privilege reserved just for her because she's family. You can't say some scary things, you know that? Since Michiru couldn't hear Crow voice, she was naturally confused by my response.
Yeah.
It's nothing, let's go.
It's not
Spirit Savasi. I really love her red eyes. I really do.
I mean,
Now
of
then.
course Ray is spirited because he's gonna hold his little sister's hand.
And yeah, normally take the monorail to get to school. This city is notable for having a monorail line, which serves as one of the main attractions, so we used to go just about everywhere. It makes everything around the city a snap. I matched Michu's quiet gate as we left the house, passing through the interactions on our way to the nearest boarding station, and unpleasant memory briefly surfaced. You know, the hitting by truck.
Oh.
We went through the ticket gate and onto the boarding platform. I touched about taking Michu here when it gets crowded. We left home pretty early, so there wasn't very many people.
That's very usual.
Carissa decided ever to tell me that that while we waited on the platform, I couldn't respond to her in front of Michu, so I just glared at her instead. She doesn't have to deal with responsibilities like school or work at all. Stupid neat ghost. As if she didn't give a toss how I felt, Crow began floating along above the rail, herself with no intent of waiting for the train to show up. Michu snapped her fingers.
There was some. Oh, but it seems I was mistaken.
Echolocation. Michu uses this need to verify her surroundings, but she could only shake her head upon confirming nothing was there. She must have clued into Crow's passion for my own movements, her other senses having dulled in the slightest. Oh, that reminds me, would you happen to know a girl named Miyu Suzuki? Michu happened to be a first year just like that girl, so I figured changing the subject to ask about her couldn't hurt. So do you do know her?
And a very oh shit.
Oh, is she really? I figured she at least recognized the name, but it was surprising to hear that they were so close, such close friends.
It would be that.
Well, you know, Michu, it's a little difficult to do that when you talk with me because you don't talk about anything but me. So I'm in the dark about what goes on at school for you.
Whoa. Shit.
That's quite a leap from what you said 10 seconds ago. Michiru giggled. A little talk with her.
Yeah, now.
Hey, cut it out. Isn't that what you were thinking?
Yeah.
While we were battling that, the train arrived.
And now she's never gonna know. Oh, we're going.
It was about a 10-minute. Oh, look at they are moving.
So cool.
It was about a 10-minute ride, so we continued the conversation. We stood on the train. I don't know. Oh, this is Michu's theme.
Oh, yeah, traditional Japanese.
I don't know Miu very well at all. In fact, I only just met her yesterday, so we still don't really know what she's like. I learned my weight against the handle as I spoke. I can't tell you. It's not that I don't want to, but I have a good reason why I can't. My sister was quick to place her trust in my words.
Quite exceptional, yes.
Exception her poverty at home. I already know those things beforehand. If I'm the prince, that must make her Cinderella. She doesn't seem to have a wicked stepmother and a little sister to bully her though. And since Michiru didn't mention how she skipped grades, I guess she didn't know about that either. I'd like to know more about her social anxiety myself.
Oh.
I'm actually trying to help her overcome that, so I was just wondering if you have any ideas about how to help her open up a little more.
Something strange once more, I see.
Michiru gave me a laugh.
A cult. Whoa.
Hey, I'm not trying to make her into a completely different person. She just wanted some help with her social anxiety. I concur.
Yeah, I concur.
Michiru stopped and thought about something for a moment. What would that be?
That can often be, yeah.
A guy would go through changes like that when he finds a girlfriend too, but I would imagine that the changes were more drastic for girls. I understood what she was trying to tell me, but giving me some idea of her getting a boyfriend in order to work up enough courage to confess to Suji was pretty much a cart before the horse kind of idea. Wait, on second thought, she might be onto something here. While I was silently collecting my thoughts, momently Michiru grinned and cocked her head to the one side. Huh?
Oh shit, huh?
You're always trying to make a move on me, and yet you ask me that. Oh, ye of little faith in your own brother.
You mean to say that?
I felt like that fucking look. Just like, oh, you fucking fool. I felt like I had painted myself into a corner. Given me to maturation over the past year or two, and how often she expressed her affection for me, one could say I fell a short of ambivalence towards her. Aren't we getting off topic here?
And even married. What the fuck?
Why must you just distort my intentions so?
It's like I've met her brothers. So even though she wants to be with him, like she's still gonna support. That's a good sister.
Yeah. Michiru displayed a smile more brilliant than the purest white. It was one that battled how she truly felt. Well, just don't tell me or ask you about her. Michiru nodded respectfully, and that was the end of the conversation. Good grief, it was a wonderful conversation to have at this hour of morning. Even so, I felt that there was some value to asking another girl's opinion on the matter. Falling in love spurs on changes for a girl. From you, the changes have already started, so I just need to give her a bit of a push in the back, one way or another.
And I think that would be a good way to sum it up.
Yes!
So, thank you for watching, and well,
see you guys next time. Bye!
bye.